In today's busy world, have you ever thought about how to make an impression that lasts? Does she value you as much as you value her? Or are you just one of many options? To win a woman's love and make her remember you, you need more than just care and affection. You need patience and a strong philosophy. If you're looking for a unique and effective strategy, ancient Stoicism could be it. Stoicism isn't just an old theory. It's also a powerful compass that can help you find new ways to build and maintain a happy relationship. Let's look into it. 11 interesting ways to impress any woman that are based on Stoicism. Make an impression that lasts and eventually build a stronger bond on your shared path to happiness. Before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you could. Please click the like button on the movie and join the channel. Keep reading until the end, because every point is important and could help you learn something new. Let's start with number 1. Guys often find themselves constantly reaching out to women they're interested in through texting, calling, and other forms of communication. But here's an idea that might change the game for you. Don't contact her. Being less open can make you much more appealing. It's not about playing games or being hard to find just for fun. It's about living by the Stoic concept of self-sufficiency. Stoicism teaches people to be content with their own lives instead of constantly seeking approval or attention from others, like a love interest. If you cut down on the number of texts and calls you send and receive, you're not just being hard to get. You're showing that you have a full and interesting life of your own. This change may make her curious and even a little jealous. She may start to wonder what he's up to. Is he busy with something interesting? Is he seeing someone else? These questions can make her think about you more and in more interesting ways. For example, if you used to text her every morning to wish her a good day, but now you share short clips of your engaging activities or accomplishments every once in a while, she'll notice the difference. She'll see you as someone who is busy and happy and not just sitting around waiting for her texts. This way of doing things also helps create a healthy dynamic where mutual interest must be balanced with respect for each other's personal lives. It shows that you're a serious person who doesn't need constant reassurance or contact to keep interest. This independence can make you very attractive. It makes you seem like someone worth pursuing instead of someone who is always available. In a sense, by being less immediately available, you embody the Stoic ideal of self-reliance and emotional independence, which makes her see you in a new, more interesting way. This doesn't mean you should stop talking to her, but make sure that when you do, it's meaningful and shows that you have a full and active life. This balance is what will make her miss you and appreciate the times you do connect even more. Number 2. Accept her challenge. In the game of attraction, it's common for a woman to test the waters to see if you're interested. She might pull back a bit or play hard to get. This isn't just a game. It's her way of testing how serious you are about her. Are you really interested, or are you just going through? To get some ideas, let's look at this. Instead of focusing on making her your girlfriend, live a life that is true to your values. The idea may seem strange, but it really does work. Stoics stress the importance of self-control and independence, which can be very attractive. For example, if you always agree with her or try to impress her, you might come off as too eager or desperate, which isn't the point. Instead, show that you're your own person. It's okay to have a different opinion or stand firm on your beliefs. This isn't about being stubborn, but about showing confidence and self-assurance by showing that you're not just another person. If you're attracted to someone who stands out on their own, you naturally become more interesting. You're showing her that you're interested in her, but not too much. St. Thomas Aquinas said that we attract what we are, not what we want. This means that if you show independence and confidence, you'll probably attract someone who values those traits. If you stay strong and don't give up, your date will likely become more interested in you. She may start to wonder about you more, wonder what you're doing, and maybe even miss your company. Remember that the goal is to strike the perfect balance between respect and attraction, making you someone she can't help but think about. Number 3. Showcase your life in the world of attraction. Live a life that others want to be part of. This is a concept deeply rooted in Stoicism, which teaches the importance of focusing on your own growth and pursuits by living a rich and engaging life and sharing snippets of it. Especially when you're not around the person you're interested in, you naturally create an allure. If she checks your social media and all she finds are echoes of inactivity, it might give the impression that you're not up to much. However, if your posts reflect the vibrancy of your life, be it through photos from a scenic hike, a fun evening with friends, or moments from a hobby you're passionate about, you're not just filling your feed, you're telling a story of a life well lived. Imagine posting a picture of you reaching the summit of a challenging trail, or sharing moments from a spontaneous road trip. These snapshots don't need to scream for attention, but should simply reflect your joy and engagement with the world around you. This isn't about bragging or making her feel excluded. Rather, it's about giving her a window into your world where she can see you thriving and enjoying yourself. This approach subtly communicates that you're someone who embraces life, someone who finds happiness in your own activities and passions. Saying, "I'm here living my best life," naturally makes her feel awe and maybe a little FOMO, or fear of missing out. She may start to wonder what's so interesting about his life and why I'm not a part of it. This is a basic Stoic principle that you can use. Focus on improving yourself and let everything else follow. The richness of your life makes her wonder what it would be like to share those experiences with you. It's a subtle but effective way to get her attention and make her miss having you in her life, making her feel like she's missing out on something great by not being with you. Don't pay attention to her cues in the dance of modern dating. People often use social media to play sly attention games. Imagine this. You've cut down on your messages to her, giving her a quiet space. In response, she might start posting interesting photos or dropping hints about you online, waiting for you to respond. This is a classic move meant to get you back into constant engagement, according to Stoic philosophy. Allow these tries to go through without responding. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to control ourselves, not being swayed by outside events, but instead using good sense by not responding to these social media baits. You are showing a type of modern Stoicism when she posts a beautiful picture from a recent trip or a status update that seems to make a subtle reference to a joke you two share. Your first instinct might be to like or comment, but if you choose not to, you add a sense of mystery and confidence. She's probably waiting for your likes or comments, and if you don't, she might be confused and interested. Your lack of response shows her that you're not just another predictable person. Suitor, you have your own life and aren't just waiting for her to tell you what to do. This move isn't meant to be cold, it's meant to show that direct appeals don't easily catch your attention. It shows that you are grounded and aren't desperately watching what she does on social media. This can make you look more interesting and appealing. By not playing the usual games, you stand out and show that your interest and attention must be won through real connection, not just surface-level interactions. By showing this restraint, you follow the Stoic idea that we shouldn't let things outside our power bother us. Instead, we should focus on staying calm and respectful inside. This method can make a big difference in how she sees you, which could make her more interested in you. 5. Share your information with others because you want to have a deeper, more genuine conversation with you. Giving her something new to learn is a great way to leave a lasting impression and make her miss you. This is in line with Stoic ideas, which value wisdom and sharing knowledge highly. By teaching her something new, you're not only showing that you're smart, but also that you care about making her life better, which are all very attractive traits. If she's interested in your hobby or something you're really interested in, use that as a chance to teach her something related to it. For example, if you love gardening, you could show her how to plant her first herb garden. If you love the night sky, you could spend an evening stargazing and telling her about the constellations. It's not just about teaching, it's about the connection and experiences. You're building together. This kind of interaction shows a lot of good traits like intelligence, patience, and the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. It also shows that you're not just interested in talking about yourself or boring topics. You want to add value and depth to her life. Teaching her something new can also make the times you spend together stand out in her memory. People often remember and miss the times they learned something important or had an experience that changed them forever. By connecting you with those times, you become more than just a friend. She looks forward to learning from you and spending time with you. This practice also improves your relationships by focusing on mutual growth and understanding instead of shallow exchanges. This builds a stronger relationship and is in line with the Stoic idea of mutual improvement, which can make bonds stronger and make your absence felt more keenly when you're not around. By piquing her interest and creating an environment where learning is a part of your interactions, you become someone she thinks of as interesting and necessary. This thoughtful approach can make her love you more and make your presence something she cherishes and misses. If you've made it this far and are still with us, please leave a comment below to share your thoughts, or just type super if you're enjoying the content. Your feedback is very helpful and keeps us motivated to make more videos. Number 6. Keep your cool when talking to people. When she calls you after a time of silence, this is your chance to really live by the Stoic principle of keeping things fair. It's tempting to respond with a lot of excitement, which could give the impression that you've been eagerly awaiting her message. Instead, the Stoic way would be to keep your response measured and calm, showing that while you're happy to hear from her, you're not too dependent on her attention. For example, when she texts you after a while, a simple, "Hey, how's it going?" is a great way to strike the right balance. It's friendly and inviting without being pushy. This answer shows that you've been busy with your own life, but are still open to connecting. It's important to show that you value the interaction, but that your daily life and happiness are not dependent on her communications. This measured coolness isn't about playing games. It's about showing that you're sure of yourself and don't care what other people think. Stoicism teaches that things outside of ourselves, like receiving a message, or lack thereof, shouldn't mess with our inner peace and happiness. By reacting in a calm and unconcerned way, you show that you have these traits, which makes you more attractive and interesting. This shows her that even though you're interested in her, you have your own rich and fulfilling life. This can be very attractive because it means you are strong and able to enjoy life on your own. These are often qualities that make someone more desirable because they imply a deeper side of character that promises more than just surface-level engagement. Keeping your cool and responding with simplicity also shows that you see her as an equal participant in this communication dance and not just someone to be chased or won over. This respectful stance, which comes from Stoic philosophy, often encourages a deeper and longer-lasting interest that keeps her coming back for more of your balanced, thoughtful presence. 7th. In the beginning of any relationship or interaction, it may be tempting to tell her everything about your day whenever she shows interest. However, if you want to take a more Stoic approach, Think about the virtue of moderation and restraint. When she asks about your day or life, it's best to hold back just a bit, telling her enough to keep the conversation interesting without giving her too much information. This isn't about playing games or being elusive. It's about maintaining a healthy balance in space between you, for example. If she inquires about how your weekend was, instead of detailing every moment, you might say, "It was great. Got to recharge and catch up on some reading." This response is open enough to invite further questions from her, should she wish to delve deeper, but also indicates that your life is full and balanced, without needing to divulge every detail. This approach demonstrates respect for both her interest and your own privacy, showing that you value the quality of interactions over the quantity of information shared. It's a subtle nod to the Stoic belief that inner tranquility comes from how we manage our responses and interactions, not from external validation or oversharing. Moreover, by not being an open book, you naturally create an aura of mystery and depth. People are drawn to what they don't fully understand or know, as it invites exploration and curiosity. By sparingly sharing details, you signal that you are confident in your own life's value and do not need constant external affirmation to feel validated. This can make you more interesting and attractive because it shows that you're thoughtful and able to take care of yourself. This strategy also shows that you don't see her as someone you have to answer to, but as someone you want to spend time with, respecting both of your time. By keeping this balance, you're more likely to keep her interested in learning more about you, which will lead to a deeper and more lasting connection. Eighth, work on adding a bit of surprise. Stoicism may make you think of calm and steady behavior, but it also teaches you how to use your mind to make life better, including your relationships. One good way to get closer to someone is to add thoughtful gifts to your conversations from time to time. This method isn't just meant to get her excited, it's also meant to show that you care about what she wants and interests her. Think about the power of actions you wouldn't expect. If she's mentioned a fondness for art, surprise her with tickets to a new exhibition at a local gallery. If she loves the outdoors, plan an impromptu day trip to a nearby nature reserve that she hasn't visited yet. These surprises need not be grand. Their value lies in the thoughtfulness behind them and the joy of spontaneity. These moments create a dynamic where she looks forward to your company with anticipation, wondering what delightful surprise might be just around the corner. This keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. Imagine her reaction to finding out you've arranged a visit to a place she's always talked about. Exploring the surprise shows that you listen, that you value her happiness enough to bring it into reality. Unexpectedly, such actions embody a Stoic principle in a modern context. While we cannot control all aspects of life, we can control how we contribute to the happiness of those we care about. By planning these surprises, you are actively creating moments of joy and showing that you're invested in enriching the relationship. This not only makes the time you spend together special, but it also makes you someone she misses and thinks about when you're not there. These surprises also reinforce the idea that you are a source of good chaos in her life. This isn't meant to throw them off, but to add more depth to how you show your love. There are 9 surprises that can make her look forward to what the future holds with you. Each one can be a memorable part of your shared story. Add a bit of mystery to your partnerships. As a good story builds up slowly, keeping the audience interested, so can the story of who you are. This fits well with Stoic teachings, which encourage both self-control and a thoughtful revelation of one's character and virtues over time. Instead of laying all your cards on the table right away, let her discover layers of your personality, talents, and passions bit by bit. For example, you could hint at a painting talent or a past adventure, but save the details for later conversations. By slowly giving out bits and pieces of information about yourself, each contact is full of new things that could be learned, which makes you more interesting and makes your time together more anticipated. This method of slow revelation plays on people's natural desire to learn and discover new things. When you share just enough to get her interested, but not so much that there's nothing left to discover, you create an ongoing intrigue. It's like leaving breadcrumbs that lead her through a forest. With each step, her excitement and interest in the journey grow. Keeping some things secret can also help create a respectful distance that is often attractive. Stoicism shows us how important it is to be able to take care of ourselves and not bother other people with our presence or personal details. By keeping some things from her, you show that you have depth that isn't immediately apparent. This can make her want to learn more about you, creating an engagement that isn't easily replicated. For example, on a date, you might casually mention that you're interested in astronomy. If she brings it up again, you could plan a date where you can both stargaze and talk more about your passion. This kind of thoughtful, slow sharing shows that you are not only interesting, but also thoughtful in how you share yourself with others. This smart restraint turns every interaction with you into a chance to peel back another layer of the onion, so to speak. Every time she learns something new about you, it improves her picture of you and fills the times you're apart with a sweet anticipation for what else she can learn. This is how you can weave your presence into her thoughts, making her miss you more each time you leave and eagerly anticipate what surprises you might reveal next. Number 10. Encourage people to be humble and participate in talks. When you're talking to her, try to find a balance between telling her about your own experiences and showing genuine interest in hers. This isn't just to avoid taking over the conversation, it's to make sure that both of you feel heard and valued. For example, if you just told her about your recent hiking trip, ask her about her own outdoor adventures or interests. Stoicism teaches the virtue of humility and the importance of listening. This fair method shows that you value her opinion and care about her as a person, not just as someone who reads your stories. Being a good listener shows that you care about her and value her, which is an important part of the Stoic ideal of focusing on the outside as well as the inside. Having events and thoughts. This makes the time she spends with you more enjoyable and memorable, making an impression she'll miss when you're not there. Additionally, if you avoid acting too self-centered, you come across as more attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and respected. When she thinks back on her interactions with you, she'll remember how you made her feel, which are qualities that are very attractive. This practice of mutual engagement also leads to a deeper connection. When you show interest in her life, she's more likely to open up and share more personal stories, which builds intimacy and trust. These are the moments she'll remember fondly. Miss because they show how well you can connect on a level. If you take a more serious approach to talking to her and focus on not only expressing yourself, but also understanding and appreciating her, you become someone she not only likes spending time with, but also looks forward to seeing again. This makes her value and miss your presence, which strengthens your link every time you see number 11. Bring out some good jealousy. A little jealousy can help you remember how valuable you are in the social marketplace, but you need to be careful and precise when dealing with it, because it is strong. This method is related to Stoic ideas about taking responsibility for our actions and using them to show self-respect and dignity. It's about showing, not telling, her that your life is full and satisfying with or without her, which can naturally make her more interested. Imagine this situation. You're having a great time with your friends when you decide to post a picture of the fun on social media. In the picture, you're laughing, The place looks fun, and there's a female friend in the group in a subtle way. The key is to be modest. It's not a sexual pose, just a picture of you having fun with your friends. By occasionally tagging your friend, it naturally sparks interest without crossing lines. This method isn't meant to make her think you're interested in her or make her feel bad. Instead, it's meant to show that you're a person that people, including women, like being around. This can make her see you in a new way as someone who is wanted and desired, which can make her more interested in you. It's a gentle way to remind her that you are liked, and if she's really interested, she might be more likely to see what she values in you. However, the Stoic approach would warn her not to use jealousy as her main strategy. Stoicism teaches us to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, not manipulation. Because of this, this strategy should only be used rarely and always with the goal of being honest and true to oneself. It's not about playing games. It's about showing that you value others, which is a natural way to attract them. This way also gives her a more complete picture of how you interact with others. It makes you seem more attractive by gently making other people see you as important. There should be some mystery about who your other friends are and what they like about you. This will keep you interesting in her eyes and may make her more interested in finding out how she fits into your life. This isn't about making her compete. It's about showing her that your world is full and exciting and inviting her to be a part of it. In conclusion, mastering the art of making her miss you depends not only on what you do, but also on how you do it. This way of thinking stresses how important it is to go into relationships with a calm and collected attitude. Real attraction comes from a place of self-confidence and tranquility, not from a sense of urgency or desperation. It's important to know that desperation can be seen from a distance and often turns people off instead of attracting them. By projecting confidence and maintaining a calm attitude, you boost your allure and raise the chances of making a real connection. As we end, take a moment to think about how these methods fit with the Stoic idea of keeping your emotions in check and your interactions balanced. If you liked what we talked about, please leave a comment below with the word "agree" to let us know. Also, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more sharing like this. This video helps other people find these useful techniques, and if you subscribe, you'll never miss new videos. Let us know what you think and have experienced in the comments. Thanks for watching. For more interesting topics, check out the movie that's recommending it on your screen. I'll see you soon.